Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Eric and I like to read, and today I'm going to be doing the Booktube Giving Tag. So, first of all, I want to start off by saying please excuse my hair. It's very messy, but I need a haircut, so that's going to stay the way it is. Anyways, I was tagged to do this by the Bearded Bookworm, and I will put their video in the description down below. This is basically a tag all about giving, and I really like that because it's very on key with like the season right now, which is Christmas. So it's perfect to go with the holidays. So yeah, I'll just jump right into it. Some of these I have some interesting answers for, so yeah, let's see how it goes. The first question is, what's a book that you would give everyone if you could? And I feel like most of you know the answer to this, and if you're paying close attention to the shelves, then you'll notice that there's a certain edition of this book missing, and that is Red Rising. The paperback is no longer in its spot over here. So I would give this book pretty much to everybody, and I think I have gifted this book to quite a few people. Anytime that I see that this book is on their wish list, I put it in the cart and send it their way. And it's just great. I really enjoy sharing the love of this book with other people. Even if they don't like it, I still enjoy sharing like how I felt about it and then getting their feedback on how they felt about it. As you know, I just really enjoy this book and I talk about it in pretty much every single video I have. So that tells you something. Then we have, what's a book that you could give a rat's hiney about? I thought this was really funny because I was like picturing a rat's hiney in my head. Anyways, I don't remember the name of this book. I feel like it starts with an H, but I read it a long time ago. I have pictures of it, but I got rid of it because I hated it. So I'll put the picture here of the book once I find it. But it was so boring. It was about like a 13-year-old boy who really liked opera, and so I thought that was going to be a big part of the book, but then a lot of the book was just him whining obviously like a little kid does, but he was like upset that his friend was doing a birthday party without inviting him because they were all like, she was getting together with her girlfriends and he wanted to go, but she didn't invite him, and he was just upset and just complaining the whole book without talking to his friend about it and addressing the like, why not ask your friend, hey, can I come, like I would still like to go. But no, he just complains the whole book, and there's no resolution, and it's just, I was just super frustrated. It could have just been like the younger mentality of the book because it was a middle grade book, so maybe that's it, but I just, no, this book was not for me. I'm pretty sure when I finished it, I dropped it on the floor and then the next day I got rid of it. So yeah, it just wasn't for me. Then we have, given the holidays are coming up, what's a book that you hope someone buys for you? And I'm secretly hoping, crossing my fingers, that I get more editions of Heartstopper because I really liked the first one in that series and I would really like to continue reading them. I mean, if I don't, I'll probably end up buying them in January anyways. But I'm just crossing my fingers that happens. We'll see. But yeah. Then we have, what's a book or series you have given up on? And so it's not a series, it's just a book, and that's Cloud Atlas. I've mentioned this one before, but it's like every time I start this book, before I got like 15 pages in and then stopped reading, and I haven't really tried picking it up again. I mean, I'm sure if I tried picking it up, I might actually get further now, but I don't know. I just like, there's so many other books that I want to read, whereas this one's just sitting on my shelf. I do really like the cover. I think it's a pretty cover, but I don't know. Like, I have no desire to pick it up at this point. So I think it's just going to keep sitting on the shelf and looking pretty. And yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll eventually get to it in like the far, far future, but I have so many books right now that I want to read before I want to read this one. Then we have, what's a character that you wish was given more attention? So the one that I'm thinking is Severo from Red Rising, because he was like a slow creep character where I wasn't sure how I felt about him at the beginning, but by the end of this book, he was my favorite character and I like adored them. Actually, it was a similar kind of concept with Half a War. No, Half a World. Yeah, Half a World. The main character's name is Thorn, and like I didn't really like her at the beginning, and then by the end I loved her. But like, I mean, in that book you get a lot of her, so like I'm okay with how much you get of her. In this book though, you get Severo in bits and pieces because he's not the main character. He's just a side character. And I think that he honestly deserves a lot more attention or a lot more of the spotlight in the book because he's just amazing. There's so many awesome things about Severo I could say. And like Darrow is cool, but Severo just like he elevates the book for me. So I feel like he deserves a lot more limelight. Then the next question is, what character do you think deserved to be given less attention? And for this one, I chose Taryn from The Cruel Prince because I felt like her character was completely pointless. Like I guess she was there for certain instances so that Jude had to react in certain ways or Jude had to like do certain things for Taryn, but her character was so annoying. I did not like her at all. I don't know, even like throughout the series, she just bugged me. I don't know why she was there. I mean, she's a twin sister, so like I guess that's why she's there. But she didn't need as much attention that was given to her, I think. There were many other characters that deserved to be in the spotlight more than Taryn. And every time it like involved Taryn, I was just like, oh, can we get through this part to the part where Jude's being a badass already? So yeah, I don't think she deserved as much attention as she got. Then we have, if you had to give up almost all of your books, which ones would you keep? And so I'm going to read off my laptop here because I wrote a list of them and I want to make sure I get them all. So, which I feel like I'm kind of cheating because I'm keeping quite a few books when it says like you're losing all of them. But like if you look at the shelves, there's a lot of books that can go here, okay? So the ones I would keep are Red Rising, that series, obviously, Battle Royale, The Martian, Recursion and Dark Matter, Skyward, and the Illuminate trilogy. I would keep all of those. Everything else, sayonara. But yeah, I don't know if that's too many books that I'm keeping, but I'm just going to say it's fine because it's my video. Then we have, what's the best book or bookish item that you've ever been given? And so I have two answers for this one because I couldn't choose which one was the best. But the first one is Battle Royale. I was given this by my friend Jordan. He gave me this book because he had heard that it was similar to Hunger Games and he knew that I liked Hunger Games. So I was excited when he told me that. But when I saw the sheer size of the book, I honestly was so scared of it. And initially I was like, I don't know when I'm going to read this because it's friggin' huge. And when I did finally pick it up, I flew through this book in like a couple days. It was so good. So like this is something that like I'm really happy that he gave me, and yeah, I just love it. And then the other thing is this amazing copy of Dark Age that Marcus got me for my birthday one year because it has beautiful sprayed edges. And yeah, it's just like a book in a series that I really enjoy. And I mean, just this is perfection right here. I also have not read this yet, and I say that in like pretty much every video. I'm like, I'm gonna get to this eventually, which is still true. Eventually I'll get to it, but I don't know. I just really love having this book on my shelf, and the sprayed edges are just beautiful. So it's one of my prized possessions. Then we have, what's a book that was given to you by someone that you wish you could give right back? And so I think that they're interpreting this as you didn't like the book and you want to give it right back. But I'm going to interpret it as you were given the book and you want to give it back so that that person can read it because you enjoyed the book. I'm choosing If I Fall, If I Die by Michael Christie. My mom gave this to me one year for Christmas and I read it, and it's about a woman and her child. So like it's told from the child's perspective, but his mom is agoraphobic and she doesn't like ever leave the house. She's scared to like do anything outside. And so he is also kind of trapped inside and occasionally will venture outside without his mom knowing. But anytime like that happens, she goes into like a meltdown or has like a huge panic attack because he's outside and she can't go like rescue him. And I don't know, it was a really interesting insight into agoraphobia and like being scared of the outdoors, but then seeing how that's like affected through a child's eyes. And it was a really interesting book. So I would like give this right back to my mom so that she could read it and see how it is too. But yeah, I also believe this was set in a Canadian city. Okay, yeah, it says it's like set in like the Thunder Bay area. So that's in my province, which is really cool. But yeah, so that's what I would interpret this question as. And then the last question is, name a time in a book where a character was given something meaningful. And so I'm going to be real cheesy for this one, and I'm going to say The Hunger Games, because they were given hope. And I know that's like the cheesiest answer, but I'm going with it because I was having a hard time thinking of like actual physical things that people were given that was like meaningful. I've read a lot of books, but like when it comes to actually thinking about the books and things that happened in them, it goes right over my head. Just can't remember. So, yep, we're going to go with hope. And that's it for the Booktube Giving Tag. Now, by the time this video gets up, people are not going to have a lot of time to do the tag before Christmas, so I'm not going to tag anybody, but I'm going to put all the information in the description down below. So if you want to do it, the questions are there, and yeah, by all means, go for it. Let me know in the comments down below what books you've been given that are like your prized possessions, or like any special gifts that somebody gave you that was a book or a book related item, because I just want to know like all the different things that everybody gets for like book related things. Could be bookmarks, favorite books. I don't know. It's just exciting to know that somebody gave you a book and you really enjoyed it. So like, let me know down below. If you guys want to support me, I have a Patreon and a Coffee page, which I'll put in the description down below, as well as a link to buy my bookmarks. You know the drill. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I post videos every Monday and Thursday. And until next time, keep on reading.